everyone, I am Mecha Random 42, and you might also know me as Random Game User 42. We have one of the most disturbing and insufferable articles I've ever seen in a very long time. So we'll just get right into it. This comes from The Hollywood Reporter. Let's go over here. And it states that this came out today by Graham McMillan. Hopefully I'm saying your name correctly, but you know, what do I know? I'm just a Russian troll, after all. Star Wars: The Last Jedi's negative buzz amplified by Russian trolls, a study finds. Sure, of course it does. An academic paper finds that half of the criticism, a whole half, absolutely half, you're 100% sure on this, of the criticism aimed at director Rian Roundhead Needle Dick Johnson was politically motivated. Did Star Wars: The Last Jedi destroy the franchise and permanently rupture the fandom, as its critics melodramatically have accused it of doing? According to a new academic paper by researcher Morton Bay, the answer is clearly no. Well, he doesn't know his ass from a hole in the ground, and I say, yeah, it did kind of break the fandom, because we're still bitching about it 6 months later, but, 9 months later. What do I know, though? I'm just part of the, I'm just a Russian troll. Don't know a word of Russian, but clearly. The paper, titled Weaponizing the Haters, The Last Jedi, and the Strategic Politicization of pop culture through the social media manipulation, examines the online response to 2017's The Last Jedi, a movie that has come to be considered controversial amongst the larger fan base of the franchise. Meaning like everybody who's pissed at it, yeah. So the larger fan base of the franchise. So now you're saying it's like a small percentage, now it's a larger fan base. I've heard both ways, you guys. I've heard it both ways. Absolutely. And Bay suggests that the reputation may not be earned and instead finds evidence of deliberate, organized political influence, measures disguised as fan arguments, as he writes in the paper's abstract. He continues, oh, thank you so much for being a new member. By the way, this is going to pop up in 1 second. I just had to say thank you so much, Santo Dominus, for being a new member of the channel. Live. We're recording this video live, so come over to the live stream if you are enjoying this video after the fact. There it is. Awesome. The likely objective of these measures is increasing media coverage of the fandom conflict, thereby adding to and further propagating a narrative of widespread discord and dysfunction in American society. Persuading voters of this narrative remains a strategic goal for U.S. alt-right movement as well as the Russian Federation. I didn't like the movie. I don't give a fuck about politics. I didn't vote for Trump. I'm just going to say it right there. I didn't vote for Trump. I don't care. I don't have a political motivation. I want a good story. I don't care about your politics in the movie. I don't care about the politics about not liking the movie. We needed a good movie. We needed a character that wasn't a Mary Sue. And I'm not bashing Trump supporters in this video. I'm not bashing the far left. I'm not bashing the far right. I'm just saying the movie was shit. Okay? That's all we're saying. The paper analyzes in depth the negative online reaction, which is split into 3 different camps: those with the political agenda, trolls, and what Bay calls real fantagonists, which he defines as a genuine Star Wars fan disappointed in the movie. So we're fantagonists, are we? That sounds fantastic. I mean, I don't know. Do I like it? Do I not? What do you guys think in the comments? Do you like fantagonist? It's better than gatekeeper, I suppose. His findings are fascinating. Overall, 50.9% of those tweeting negatively about the movie was likely political motivated or not even human, he writes, noting that only 21% of the tweets analyzed about the movie had been negative in the first place. Oh, a number of these users appear to be Russian trolls, he writes of the negative tweet. Prove it. Can you prove it? Moreover, he suggests complaints about Lucasfilm reportedly politicization, I can't say that word tonight, of the franchise by many of the disaffected fans. Says more about the fans than it does Disney or Lucasfilm's treatment of it. Since, and he had even had to edit in the S in since the political and ethical positions presented in the new films are consistent with the older films, it is more likely that the polarization of the Trump era has politicized the fans, he argues. The divisive political discourse of the study period and the months leading up to it has likely primed the fans with a particular type of political messaging that is in direct conflict with the values presented in The Last Jedi. In a response to a tweet announcing the release of the paper, Last Jedi director Ryan Roundhead Needledick Johnson shared the tweet, adding, "Looking forward to reading it. But what the top line describes is consistent with my experience online." Can you even prove you can read, Ryan Johnson? Oh boy. So now, before I go over the chat here, I'm gonna. Oh Lord. So I have Seraph was nice enough to Seraph was nice enough to actually break down the study for us here, and I'm gonna read what he says on the tweet. So from the study. So in the study it says right here, I identified 33 of the 206 negative accounts as trolls and or sock puppets. 16 of these 33 troll/sock puppet, where are they? It keeps scrolling on me. Sock puppet accounts appear to be Russian trolls, or at least possess several of the Russian troll characteristics presented above. So 16 of the 206 anti-Star Wars posts were suspected Russian trolls. Among the 967 tweets analyzed, 206 expressed a negative sentiment towards the film and its director, which is 21.9%, or a little more than 1 in 5 fans. So 206 is the number of the negative accounts, by the way. And the entire accounts in the sample, they studied 967 accounts in the sample for the research. And only 61 of them showed any political agendas in their tweets. Okay, so this is like such an insignificant number. So now... It's hardly any, and it's 25%. Many of these include sock puppet accounts, trolls, and bots. The estimate of the 50% of the assumption that all 206 are politically motivated. So this study is kind of bullshit as well. 50% of the negative tweets and accounts were not even politically motivated. They said right there in the article it was a different number. Oh boy. So let me go over the chat. I'm so sorry I'm like ignoring you guys in chat. Oh, yes. It was the Russians. So now it's Trump's fault. You are the fake news, the Hollywood Reporter. Yeah, and that Midnight Sedge says. It's such a bullshit thing. I mean, you have what? Like 61 users that are political, and of that, what, 20% you think are bots? Of 1,000? That's not even enough to make a fucking article, Hollywood Reporter. What the hell is your problem? And it was done by an undergrad, they're saying in chat. Yes, you can make up things and get an A. I know, it's such bullshit. So many. Yeah, there are a couple of fans out here and there that are on the left or the right or whichever. The majority of fans, as they said, are the. Let me find his buzzword. We're the genuine. I can't even find his buzzword now. We're the genuine. I can't find it. Real fantagonists. We are the fantagonists. We are the people out of these 1,000 accounts of people. 200 of us didn't like the movie, and of that, like 60 people were Trump supporters. It is such bullshit news, and guess what? I'm not a Russian troll. I'm not a bot. I am a synthetic life form built by Doomcock, but I'm 100% sentient. What the crap, Hollywood Reporter? Yes, enter the real world, Hollywood Reporter. This is such a bullshit article. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and we will continue this discussion on the live stream. But I did want to just clip this for you guys on to go over the article, and I will do my best to link the actual study. But there should be a clickable thing in the article as well for the actual study, so you can read it yourself. But it's kind of a bullshit nothing article that just is there to kind of stir up shit and to cause trouble amongst the real fans that are actually genuinely have a real concern with the movie about, putting gender, or not even gender politics, but putting shitty characters in a movie that we don't care about, like Rose Tico, who cares? Making Luke go out like a bitch, making Han go out like a bitch in Force Awakens. We genuinely have real concerns with these movies. we're not all politically motivated. We just want good Star Wars movies. And not all of us are trolls. Not all of us are bots. Not all of us are politically motivated one way or the other. Some of us just want to see the people we grew up with on screen fighting with lightsabers. Some of us just want to see something fun and exciting and entertaining. We want to stay true to the characters we grew up with. We don't want these movies changed to appease this fair weather fandom that we don't, that tell us to, that, you know, they constantly tell us we're gatekeeping. We're not gatekeeping, all right? When the new Fairweather fans come in and they say, I've never liked this franchise before, but I want it my way, and screw you guys, you're gatekeeping us. That's not what gatekeeping is, you know? It's fine if you like it, but if you're not that invested, don't bitch at us, you know? If you don't care the way we care, it's fine. That's not ruining your enjoyment of it, you know? That's gonna make the next one better for us, for everybody, you know? And if you don't like the new one, then maybe you didn't like the franchise in the beginning, you know? If you didn't like the next one after they fix all the shit we're complaining about, right? If you didn't like the original trilogy, maybe you didn't like the franchise to begin with and you shouldn't be here. Oh, but thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I'm going to continue on the live stream, but if you guys do want to check out the live streams, I go live all the time. Thank you so much.